A few months back I reviewed a really good 3D printer from Gearbest and I gave it really good praise, but the one thing I did say it lacked was a print area. Well, the guys over at Gearbest heard that and they contacted me again and said, hey, we've got this new 3D printer with a large print area and we think it will be perfect for you. Well, they wanted to send me one, so I said, sure, why not? Now this is the Tevo Tornado and currently it is selling for 453 Australian dollars, and for this size printer, I think that is really good value. It comes 95% pre-assembled, so all of this stuff is pre-assembled. It's basically just bolting it together to its final shape and then doing a final tune, so making sure the belts have the correct tension and your wheels are correctly placed on the tracks and all that sort of stuff. For me, it took about 20 minutes and I was ready to start printing. Now, like I said, and as you can clearly see, it's a larger format printer than the previous ones, and that is a 300 by 300 by 400 millimeter print area. So you can do big prints on this, you can go nice and high if you're doing vases and molds and all of that sort of stuff, and I can tell you what, it's a beast. It really is large. Now, the build quality is really nice. It's probably, I'd say 98% aluminium. There is a few plastic parts. So here we've got a bit of plastic which the limit switches mount onto, but who cares? It's a limit switch. It's not like it's going to get a whole heap of abuse. And then here on the feed mechanism of the filament, there's a plastic gear, but you know what? You've got a 3D printer. If that starts to wear out, you print a new one. So it's pretty good. Other than those two components, everything seems to be either aluminium or brass, and like I said, really nice quality. Now, the performance of this printer, I have been pretty impressed so far. Now, every printer is different and I'm still tuning this one in to get nice prints, but this here was my first large print and it is of acceptable quality. Now, some of the corners are a little bit iffy, so I've obviously got some settings in my slicing program wrong, but it is good enough to show the client and it's good enough for the first print. The next print I did, I kind of slowed it down with the the flow rate, and it was a little bit better. And basically it's trial and error until you get it just right. So while I haven't got any really perfect prints yet, they're getting better. As you can see by these cylinders here, these are all pretty damn good. So a few more prints and I think I'll have this thing dialed in just right and I'll be getting perfect prints right off the nozzle. Now then, I won't go into every single spec about this thing because it's all out on the website, which I've linked to in the description below. But what I'll say is it's got an awesome heated bed. This thing heats up quick and the nozzle has no problems heating up to those hotter temperatures like 230 degrees for things like ABS and all those other special filaments. So you're not limited to just PLA on this. You can use ABS and nylon and all the cool filaments that are coming out nowadays you can use. Now, if you're interested in a printer like this one, I've put the link in the description below, and by using that link, it lets them know that I've sent you to the website. So basically you use that link, you get the best price, and it also tells them that I sent you there, so I keep getting cool things like this sent my way. But briefly, I'd like to let you know where I see these as being really useful in my workshop's environment. What you can see here is a 3D model which I printed out of a dining table that I'm about to start building for a client. Now, this is really useful in lots of ways. For one, I can hand this model to a client and let them see in real space what their table is actually going to look like. They can set it down on a surface and actually envision how things are going to look in 3D space, and that is really important. Another really great benefit of this is though, this table has a brushed stainless steel base which I'm getting made by an external fabricator because, well, they're obviously better equipped for it. But what I can now do is hand this to them and say, this is what we're trying to achieve. And you can see on this model, we've got these tabs, we've got mounting holes and all of that detail. Now, on a basic design like that, it's not such a big issue. But on more complex designs, that is very useful. So is this a must-have for a workshop? Probably not, but it is an awesome benefit. The design, well, it's kind of a novelty to be able to give a client a 3D model of what we're about to build. It's also a really unique standpoint. Not many places do that, and it does give the clients a really unique look at the project they're about to, well, invest in. So while I love this thing and it opens up a whole heap of opportunity for me, it's more about the user experience for my clients at the end of the day. Anyway guys, head over to Gearbest, use the links below and check out this printer and all our other printers if you're interested. And like always, thanks for watching. Thanks to Gearbest for sending this my way, and I'll see you in the next video.